face. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brando. Ladies and gentlemen, BTR community, first and foremost, I want to thank you for being here. This type of asset that we're going to speak on today, coming from a specific sector, is assets I don't normally talk about. But recently, my perspective has changed in regards to the meme coin sector, especially because I'm seeing real utility being added to it and it being backed by something that is powerful like IP. And over the past couple of months, I've shared some whiz picks surrounding meme coins that are actually backed by IP and they're doing real things. And these specific meme coins, I feel like, are going to take on a life of its own. Okay. And number one meme coin that I'm going to talk about that we've been doing some digging on more ways than one, not just in the chart alongside with Sparks, but also just investigating truth on our own terms. And we have come to the conclusion that PENGU is about to blow. Okay, Pudgy Penguins, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're going to be talking about. We're already on the website, and I'm sure you all have seen Pudgy Penguins. You've heard about it. You might see them in your local store, Walmart, Target, Walgreens, local gas stations. Pudgy Penguins is everywhere, and it will come a time when it's a household name, and that time is near. So, over the course of this video, I'm going to show you demo. I'm going to show you products. I'm going to show you videos of Pudgy Penguins being adopted and being used in the AI agent field in different areas, merchandising. It's everywhere. We're going to see it. This IP have movies, television shows. The list goes on. And it's all coming from Web3, a USA company that I might add, right? So the reason I want to talk about the power of IP in meme coins, PENGU, Pudgy Penguin, is because of what I'm going to speak on right now before we dive into the website. IP-backed meme coins and AI agents represent a significant opportunity in the crypto and tech space for several reasons. Cultural relevance, which meme coins tap into popular culture and internet trends, making them highly engaging for a broad audience. When backed by recognizable intellectual property, IP, they gain additional legitimacy and appeal. 2. Emotional connection. AI agents powered by familiar IP can form emotional bonds with users, creating a more immersive and personalized experience. This emotional connection can drive user engagement and loyalty. 3. Rapid user acquisition. IP-backed projects can leverage existing fan bases to quickly attract users. For example, Kindred's partnership with major IPs like Hello Kitty and Warner Bros. Characters provide instant recognition and appeal. Kindred's is a project that we're definitely looking to invest in through the VC arm, BTR VC. And we're going to also show a demo from Kindred and Pudgy Penguins. Actually, let's tune in right now.
In the next few years, mainstream adoption of AI will see billions of people worldwide integrate a personal AI into their daily life. It will evolve from a functional tool to a familiar, ever-present companion, a lot like my Kindred. Hey Pudgy.
Morning, Max. Want to hear what you have on today?
My Pudgy is connected to a multi-agent system, meaning you can automate and execute tasks that I give it. Let's jump over to my firm.
Sure. Meet you there.
Call me an Uber to my next meeting and give me a summary of the notes I took last time I had a call with them.
On it.
But we're not stopping there. After all, your AI is meant to be by your side wherever you go. Let's get some tunes going while we hit the road.
I've got the perfect song.
So you've seen the video, you've seen it in action. I don't know how we can't fall in love with something like that and see the massive potential. Now, let's move right back on number 4. Monetization potential. These projects offer multiple revenue streams, including token sales, NFT launches, and ongoing engagement through AI agent interactions. The combination of meme culture and AI technology creates unique monetization opportunities. And we've seen this. PENGU, Pudgy Penguins, is being adopted in many different platforms, launch pads in the AI agent sector. Okay, you have long-term sustainability, regular launches of new IP-backed AI agents. They can maintain user interest and keep the project in the news, ensuring ongoing relevance and growth. 6. Technological innovation. AI agents can provide personalized experiences, from virtual assistants to interactive entertainment, pushing the boundaries of human AI interaction. And you saw that example in the demo that we just showed you. Cross-platform integration. And we're seeing this with Pudgy Penguins, as I just said. AI agents can move seamlessly across devices, providing a consistent user experience and increasing accessibility. If you know about Story Protocol, which is an IP blockchain, they're doing similar things, right? They're also launching AI agents. That token price is at like $6, and it started off in its infancy at a low price, like Pudgy Penguins now, and like a low price of Kindreds that we can actually get in, I believe, in the seed round. Bullish. 8. Market demand. There's growing interest in AI-powered solutions and unique digital assets, with investors and users alike seeking innovative projects in this space. Number 9. You have potential for viral growth. Memecoins have demonstrated the ability to gain rapid traction through community engagement and social media, which can be amplified when combined with recognizable IP. We know how Pudgy Penguins got started. Pudgy Penguins got started through NFTs. They had their products launched in stores, this, that, and the fourth. And then they recently launched the token. The token has yet to do what it's supposed to do, especially on a new token contract. I personally think this thing can go to $3. But we'll get a take from Sparks later on in this video to share her views on the market in regard to this token. Number 10, and this is the last point. Bridging Web 2 and Web 3 IP-backed projects can help onboard traditional audiences into the crypto space, potentially accelerating mainstream adoption. And now, these are clever ways to get mainstream adoption. But remember, in crypto and Web 3, we are the mechanics of the world, in this world of Web 3. We understand the inner workings, like a mechanic would at a car dealership. The only difference is we're not working on a car. We're working on the infra, the Web 3. What is the word I'm looking for? I can't think of it right now. But it's in regards to the power of Web 3, right? That's the world we're in. We're mechanics of that world. We understand how things are progressing and how things are moving. So the masses of the world are not going to understand this. They may never know that there's a PENGU token, but they're buying PENGU products, right? Pudgy Penguin stuff at the stores. So yes, as I wanted to say, the word that I was looking for was internet of value. We're tapping into the internet of value, okay? This is real internet money. It operates like no other. And half of the time, we can't even conceive how certain things can happen because it never happened before. But anyways, let's move on to the Pudgy Penguin website, right? Right here, as soon as we come up, it's the huddle. Of course, you have their menu here, which you can see the team, PENGU lore, you can buy, shop, marketplace, Igloo brand. Pudgy Penguins is a global IP focused on proliferating the penguin memetic culture and good vibes. Now, Pudgy Penguins welcomes you to the world of Pudgy Penguins, a Web3 born brand that fosters creativity, freedom, and community. The Pudgy Penguins brand produces content, merchandise, toys, and digital collectibles. We believe in the power of play and imagination, and we're committed to helping you unlock your inner child. It's a very cold place, but you'll be warm with your new favorite penguin family. Now, I like to be warm, and I like to be a kid. So if it has a nostalgic feel, and those who know in the community space, in the crypto space, they're big on PENGU, just because of what it is. It's like investing in an IP like the Rugrats or your Hey Arnold. You know what I'm saying? Having the ability to own a piece of that through these tokens. So they have the PENGU prophecy. You can learn more about it, the PENGU lore, shops, toys and figurines. You know, you can go here. I don't need to really show you this, but you can go here and see the toys and different things of that nature. They're cool stuff. But yeah, little Pudgies. Little Pudgies are 22,222 Pudgeons of northern descent. Little Pudgies are cute and adorable, but don't let their looks fool you. They are fierce, mighty, and are allies in the fight against the evil bears of negativity. So they have another NFT, it looks like. You can claim your free Little Pudgies to vibe with the Pudgy Penguins you own. So yeah, you go purchase them, but you also will airdrop them if you owned a Pudgy Penguin. So I think it's cool. They have Pudgy Media, where they can inspire to participate, create with your fellow penguins. Pudgy Discord, of course. PENGU Kindness. Find out how PENGU is changing lives. World on the Igloo. This is where you'll be able to, see certain news and articles about Pudgy Penguin just taking over the world. But yeah, I wanted to go over to the media section here and see some of what's going on here. Pudgy Penguins. Meet the Pudgy Penguins team, a team of builders, thinkers, operators, and creators, all unified with the purpose of excelling Pudgy Penguins into the fastest growing Web3 brand in the world. When you have people who are motivated, they have the tenacity to keep pushing, striving for greatness that has never happened before. You can clearly see it in the actions that they're taking and what they're doing in real time. What they're doing, the outcomes of their work. They have fruits, real fruits. You can pick trees like mangoes and stuff like that, right from the Pudgy Penguins. So I can get behind a team like this. They're very big on how they do things and very calculated. With the goal of building and innovating, the broader version of our team is the Huddle, our community. With our community that fosters numerous perspectives and ideas, we are all working towards building a mass adoptable Web3 brand. We also want to shout out our amazing community team consisting of Berko, community manager, Spaces, and the Child, which is a community safety lead. This is the team. Of course, we can click to Luca's a big deal here. I'm sure they're all big deals, but he's the CEO. He's the head. He's who everybody follows. He calls the shots. So he's doing great things. But you can come and look at the team, check their X out, and go from there. PENGU Shop. You can see their merchandise. Like I said before, they're going to have TV shows. They're going to have all kind of things that we could never conceive at this current junction. But you know what the cool thing is, what people aren't aware of, a lot of these powerful Web3 brands who are creating real IP, they have extreme top level representation in regards to agents. Agencies like William Morris Endeavor, Innovation, top notch agencies, so that they're able to delve into the worlds that they're looking to at the highest level. So I know that this is happening. I know that they have these types of representation and partnerships and team members, so we can expect the unexpected. So yeah, the Pudgy Media website, which is connected to their main site. You can see their PDA, videos, builder. They have different tools, memes. I think it's cool that they actually have all of these things that people can access and use if you're looking to, delve into and play around in the Pudgy Penguin world. But let this website load up. So you have Pudgy Tools. You have a meme generator, meme templates, Pudgy Swap, Workbench, which is a workbench that contains hidden secrets throughout. Where you find them all. Little cool things. Meme templates, Pudgy GIFs, hologram labs. We are our penguins, and our penguins are us. Now with hologram labs, you can be your Pudgy Penguin anywhere you want with just a webcam. Sick, right? Pudgy wallpapers, little Pudgy wallpapers, unlimited little Pudgy tools. Pudgy Penguin Christmas coloring books. I mean, this is stuff that people can adopt. I can see this being adopted mainstream. You can come here to their videos. We're gonna briefly just highlight some of these. You can see their videos that they have done, launching Pudgy Penguins in Walmart. They went on a whole Asia tour. They're doing major things, and I'm gonna actually cover some of this. But guys, come through here, check out all this stuff. These are their Pudgy Penguins that they've licensed as toys, PMI toys, ex Pudgy Penguins. Big deal, you know, it's real stuff. They're not playing around here, okay? They recently are listed on Robinhood, tradable. That's a big deal. They're a USA company. That's a big deal, right? This is a monumental big deal. So come over here, take a look at what they got going on. If I were you at this current price point, I would be buying. I already have some skin in the game, okay? Million plus. That's just an inspirational target. Not saying you have to do that. I believe certain assets, if you have $250,000 of them, that's 250,000. You can make some life-changing money with that, okay? But you gotta have patience. Nobody said this was gonna happen overnight. Pudgy Penguins, I was looking up where they're sold in stores. I know I went over some of them already, but Pudgy Penguins continues the retail growth with launch of Pudgy toys at Walgreens, okay? They're in 2,000 Walgreens locations across the U.S. That's a big deal. Since launching in 2023, Pudgy Toys have sold over 1 million units, generating more than 13 million in retail sales, both online and in retail, in stores. That's a big deal. Also, Pudgy Penguins toys expand to 1,100 more Walmart stores, okay? So they introduced the 30 new collectibles, including action figures and Pudgy Igloo collectibles. The toy line also won Toy Insider's Summer Toy of the Year in 2023. Big deal! The new line of Pudgy toys with Pudgy World is now available in 3,100 Walmart stores across the USA. Sickening, dude. Now, if you're not bullish on stuff like that, you're crazy. Pudgy Penguins have recently announced a licensing platform, Overpass IP, that enables community members to submit their Pudgy NFTs for consideration to be included in toy launches and other projects. Now that is crazy. Let's take a look at that real quick, because you know I never knew about that, and this is why it's important to understand that what's going on and investigate truth on your own terms. Each of the collectible toys exclusive to Walmart comes with a QR code that unlocks unique traits and collectibles within Pudgy World, an open world online game that is powered by the ZK Sync Era L2 blockchain. Okay. Why is it not going? Yes. So Overpass, this is I don't know what's going on, but I'm not able to see it. Let me see real quick here. Overpass IP. Sometimes you got to do a little digging. Overpass IP. Overpass IP. Okay. Licensing opportunities. I think that's pretty dope. That is pretty dope. NFT licensing made easy. Explore opportunities. Wow. How it works. Holders can submit their NFTs. Collections being on Overpass IP allows endless opportunities for their brand growing, bringing their holder with them. Boom. Brands can post licensing opportunities for collections. That is a big deal. I wonder what the floor price of these Pudgy Penguins is currently. Yeah, this is a pretty cool thing. Definitely check that out. And you can come here, you can see opportunities, licensing opportunities, Penguin Life, 5 Little Pudgies. This is what you call real utility. Children's book illustrations, Happy Ape. That's pretty dope. Over time, this can grow, you know. Really like that. 0.00588. Okay. Chart is pretty healthy. But let's see if we can get here Sparks to come on in and do a chart analysis of Pudgy Penguins.
Hi everyone. I'm Sparks Flames. It's a pleasure to see all of you all here. Today I'll be sharing a chart on the PENGU token. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. So right in front of me I have the PENGU chart. This is the chart on the Binance exchange. So the time frame that we're using over here is the daily time frame. This is what's happening on a day-to-day basis. We're also going to be looking at the 3-day chart. This will give us a perspective on what's happening, a few days ahead. And then we're also going to be looking at the weekly chart to see how is the token doing weekly. So going back to the daily time frame over here, let me just quickly put this here. We're going to look at or use 3 indicators. So the first indicator I'm going to use is the 21 and 50 SMA. So these indicators are algorithms where they are like basically moving averages. They point out the resistance and support. So as you can see over here, the yellow is the 21 day SMA and the green is the 50-day SMA. So as you can see, these 2 algorithms, as the price tried to get over them, the price has been getting rejected. The second indicator I am going to introduce you to is the Bollinger Bands. Okay, so Bollinger Bands basically tell you the volatility of an asset. So when they squeeze like this, let me just quickly mark it over here. When they squeeze like this, that tells you a volatility is coming in either direction, either upwards or downwards, and on the trend and buy or sell pressure of the asset. And when they open up like this, as you can see this opening up like that, then that is telling you that it's ready to make the move in either direction. So if the Bollinger Bands is sloping down like this, then we know most likely that the price is going to be moving down. If the Bollinger Bands is going to be moving up like this, then we know that the price is going to be moving in an upward trend. So let me just take this out. And then the third indicator I'm going to use is the pivots. Okay, the pivots is basically based on Fibonacci levels, and this gives us support and resistance. So as you can see over here, we found support around 0.0045, just roughly around the same box. It can still go slightly below. Main reason as this being a new asset class, a new token, so that is possible. And then what I want to introduce you to is something called Fib lines. This gives us on how the asset moves throughout support and resistance. So 786 and 886 is normally support and resistance. On the downside, it normally represents support. If it were to be in this direction over here, then that would be resistance, and then later on become support if it was able to get above it. So as you can see, we got a nice support over here at the 886 as our pivot showed us over here. So pivots and your Fibonacci lines, they work together, and that is to show price. And then just to add something over here, this is called the RSI. That is to tell you if an asset is oversold or overbought. So as you can see, when it hit this low over here, it was oversold. As you can see, it hit the bottom part of here. It's oversold. Anything below 40 on the RSI is considered oversold. Anything above 80, just move it up a bit, 75, 80, that will be overbought. So that is just for you when you want to take precaution and when you would like to take profits. However, it is not a buy or sell indicator. It's just an indicator to tell you how strong the trend is and such as well. So looking at PENGU, right, as we can see on the daily time frame, it has broken out. It has done a nice double dip. So if I were to show you on my RSI over here, as you can see, it was oversold here, and oversold here. So basically, you could have bought along these points over here. Let me just take this out so you can see it more clearly. There we go. So you could have bought along this part over here, and then it could have bounced up. Just to let you know that you have to use precaution, especially if you are looking into buying in alts. In alts, it's best to DCA because especially in markets like this, where Bitcoin is being volatile and below the 100K mark, it does pose a potential risk for all shareholders. So, as we can see over here, let me just put it back up, the RSI. As you can see on the daily time frame, it has broken out to the upside, which is good news. However, it's still a bit, and the amount, but the percentage wise it has broken out to, let me measure this, is about 15 or 16%, which is not bad, but it still needs to get over this small little resistance over the 1 cent level before we can say maybe there is some sort of confirmation. Then going on to the 3-day chart over here, as you can see, this candle over here, this candle is basically a shooting star, and it's not a candle that gives investors any sort of confidence. You may ask why, because as you can see, the buyers came in, tried to pull it up there, and then the sellers came in and pushed the price back down here. So this wick over here tells you that the sell pressure was greater than the buy pressure, even though this candle is green. As for this candle is yet to still be done, as this is a 3-day chart, so it still has some, I think it has about 23 hours and 30 minutes to be completed before the next candle can start. So one more day, and Sunday will be to look at and see, you know, are we going up or are we going to move down? Good thing is, on the RSI over here, we can see that our buy pressure is starting to meet the resistance level over here, or the algorithm moving average over here. Can it break out of this? If it breaks out of this, then we would see a strong outbreak over there. If it touches and comes back down, then we would have a little bit of sell pressure, maybe not too much, I'm not too sure at this point, but we will definitely have some sell pressure as it was unable to get over that resistance. And then lastly, looking over the weekly, right? So this candle over here on a weekly, as you can see, last week it was full on bearish engulfing candle. So this candle over here does not give us any confidence at all. As for this candle over here, this is what we call a textbook version of a doji. For those who do not know, doji are indications of either the trend is going to continue in a downtrend or it can change into an uptrend. Therefore, it is also known as the candle of indecision. That means the market is not yet sure. There's this fight between the buyers and sellers and such. So basically, we will have to see within say roughly around 23 to 24 hours later to see, are we going to make a comeback in terms of PENGU's price action, or is there still further downside? And if I have to still pull out a fib line from here, let me just do that. We are sitting on support currently. So if I have to look at the structure overall, this is a healthy correction. I mean, it started off at 0.003351 and it ended off around 7 cents. So that would give me a total of, let's see here, so almost 2,000%. So with this being such a big god candle, as we say in the crypto space, there has to be some retracement. We need to wash out the degens. We need to wash our bad money out and bring in good money in, money that believes in the fundamentals of the asset, believes in what they are trying to achieve overall.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another exclusive asset of the month. WizPick on its own, one of the top meme coins backed by real IP in the whole Web3 game, doing it on a level like none other. Pudgy Penguins, PENGU, ladies and gentlemen, it's here for the taking. It's on Solana. You can purchase it at many different decentralized exchanges and sexes, especially on Robinhood. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, investigate truth on your own terms. You know who this is? It's Brando. Peace.
Don't forget to like, share and comment to let us know your thoughts. Do follow us on Instagram at Brando Murphy Official and Twitter at Brando Murphy and at Bigathan Race for the latest BTR updates. Investigate truth on your own terms.